What's going on, everybody? Respawn Gentleman here. So a brand new event just got to the game. However, unfortunately, it's not the winter event. This one is called Hunting Sergeant Ryan. Yes, it is a play on words for the movie. But basically what you're doing is you're going into the Chapter 2 mission and you're fighting a big old demolisher. So here's how to participate. Like it says, you go to the Chapter 2 mission from Shen, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And so starting off with the rewards, if you kill him one time, you get 1 hunter's token. So it's kind of a general participation reward, kind of what they do most of these. The personal goal you can see is kill the demolisher 3 times. And for that, you get this RebarBar, which I'll show the stats on that and kind of what that looks like in a minute. I don't have high hopes from what I've been told by other people who have gotten it already. It's not super fantastic. And then we have the global goal where people have to kill him 500,000 times. And so far they've done it 623. Now this is an event that's been out live for about 2 hours-ish at the time of recording this video. So this does not bode well for this event. But what you do is you get 3 hunter's tokens by reaching the global goal, as well as this avocado charm that you can put on your weapons. I don't think it's going to have any special effects. I think it's just going to be an avocado that you can have hanging from your weapon, which I guess is nice, but at the same time feels kind of strange. This event feels like they're just trying to throw something onto the game to let people have something to do, but it doesn't seem like a very exciting one. So I have issues with this one. If we, go 50,000 over the global goal 3 times, so we get an extra 150,000 on top of this, then we'll get 3 more hunter's tokens. It just feels like we get 1 weapon and an avocado. It's a really strange reward in my opinion. So hopefully the weapon is at least worth it, or the avocado charm, maybe it does some kind of special effect. Who knows? At this point, we'll have to wait and see if we even reach 500,000, because honestly, there may be a ton of people who don't do this one, unfortunately. But let's dive right in. I'll show you both the regular mission and the elite mission, so you can choose which one you would rather do, and then I'll show you the weapon as well. So if you're unfamiliar with Chapter 2 and kind of where the vendor is, it's actually right over here in the downtown area or garrison area right next to it. Super easy to get to. It's kind of right next to the VNC tower kind of stuff. If you have not reached the central loop yet in the story, unfortunately you will not be able to participate in this event, because you have to have reached the second half of the game in order to even gain access to Chapter 2. Now, in order to gain access to the missions, you will have to talk to Shen and complete bounties enough to reach level 2. That way you can actually start doing the mission for the regular mission, and then if you want to try the elite mission, then you'll need to get to rank 9. So you will need to complete some bounties. I can tell you right now, if you have not ever done any of Chapter 2, you will only be able to do the regular mission at least today, unless you do the time skip glitch with the bounties, in which case you might be able to get to level 9 today. But just kind of letting you know that you purchase the tickets right here for mutation samples. That's kind of how you get that. So let's go over here. This is where the missions are. You can kind of see it on the wall over there. The white one is for the regular mission, and the green one is for the elite mission. So let's go ahead and start the regular one, and I'll show you what's great about the regular mission is it lets you use anything that you already have in your inventory, and you have unlimited time. So this one's great because the rewards it gives you a ton of hunter's crossbow bolts, as well as ballista bow arrows, and some other things as well. It's a really good one to get those resources. And since you can bring your own inventory, that means you can also bring in the glitched weapons, so you can one-shot things super easily. Now, I do have a guide on my channel. I'll link down below, kind of a breakdown of what you're looking for in the chapters, or at least for the missions itself. So if you're curious about that, definitely check that out. But I'll skip ahead to the actual demolisher fight. Okay, so here we are at the kind of end here. Now, the demolisher will actually spawn kind of right up here, so I'll just kind of show you where you want to go. It's kind of weird that the demolisher should spawn here, but should see it here in just a minute. There it is. So if you want to, you can go ahead and come in here. I used the glitched weapon to defeat it quickly. If you don't have a glitched weapons, it's still really quick. You may not necessarily want to be in the small space, but that's how you do that one. You see I got a ton of rewards. It's not really all that bad. Now I'll show you the elite mission and how to do it with like the hunter's crossbow, for example. All right, so here we are on the elite mission, kind of worked our way through it. Same exact thing. We're going to go up to where the demolisher is going to spawn, except it's going to be a little bit easier with the hunter's crossbow because of the parkour shot effect. As long as you have the parkour shot skill unlocked. So just kind of jump and then shoot it, which will kind of stun him, and then you can just shoot him till he's dead. You won't get him on the first clip unless you get him just right headshots, but super easy to do. So I'll go ahead and do this one more time and then show you what the reward looks like. So once you've completed it a third time, all you need to do is access your stash, go to your extras tab, and you can see here's the token from the participation awards. You can redeem that, and then when that's done, then we can redeem the weapon. So it looks like it's going to be legendary. Here's fingers crossed. Hopefully it is. There's been a lot of times where it says it's going to be and then ends up being like either rare or artifact or whatever. So let's go ahead and redeem it. Let's see what we get here with it. And it is a legendary. That's good. So let me know in the comments below if you got a legendary or if you ended up getting an artifact or unique or rare or anything other than legendary. So let's go look at the stats here. And here it is right here. So for me, I got 555 damage, which for a two-handed weapon is not terrible, but there's no mods you can add to it. So that's all you're going to get. Now this will change depending on what level you are. So if you're a lower level, it may be lower. There may be variances in the damage. It's not necessarily a fantastic weapon to use. It's not altogether terrible. I mean, looking at the Dying Laugh bat that you got from the Dying Laugh bundle, this one is definitely seemingly better. However, it also has no effects on it. This is a powerful weapon that will launch foes away. So let's test it out just to kind of really see how good this thing is. All right, so here's some zombies. Let's see what happens and hit them and they go flying. So it's kind of got like an automatic fling attached to it, which is kind of nice. I guess I do like that. It kind of makes up a little bit for the damage. Let's see what happens when we go against a little bit tougher enemies that won't die in one hit. So here we go. Here's some dudes right here. They didn't die in one hit, but it does still send them flying. So that's not bad because that can actually be really helpful to kind of keep enemies away. So I think the effect does help, but that's kind of just a nice little feature. So let's go try it out on some bigger enemies real quick. All right, so here's a goon and a demolisher. So let's see what happens when I hit them with this. Looks like it instant stuns them, which is great. However, it doesn't knock them back, at least yet. So instant stun is great, so it kind of can help you get through it. Your stamina depletes extremely quickly. Even if you got stamina regen on quick attack, it is just not enough. This instant stun with the hit though is really, really nice. Let's go try it out on some volatiles now. So this Forsaken store right here, which is actually right next to where I was at Jack and Joe's camp for the Demolisher and Goon, I get tons of volatiles to spawn in here all the time. So let's go in and see what this does to these guys. So let's smack them. And yep, stuns them too. So this is good for stunning, I guess, single enemies. It doesn't seem to... Let's see if we do the whirlwind attack. It just kind of turns me around. It doesn't do a full spin around. It does help a little bit, but with how much your stamina depletes, it's not super great. Again, it just kind of depends on your setup and if maybe you get higher stats or something than what I got, but it's not necessarily a viable in-game weapon. But it is good, like if you want to start a new save and kind of go back through the game again. If you've already collected this reward, you'll be able to use it, and it's helpful for that. So overall, I think this event is a bit lackluster, kind of similar to how previous events have been. It's a nice weapon to have if you're going to be starting any new games, but for the majority of people, you're not going to be. So honestly, it's fun to use a little bit to knock some enemies around, but it's not necessarily a viable in-game weapon at this point in time. Techland really needs to step this up in order to get weapons that actually are really useful, because currently right now all the event rewards have been more than useless, and that's really disappointing because this game is fun. I still play it all the time, of course, but you know, it feels like they just kind of phoned this event in just to get an event in before the winter event for some odd reason. I think I would prefer for the winter event to happen, because even if, yeah, the masks may not necessarily be the best thing in the world, at least they are kind of cool aesthetics you can buy and stuff like that. But yeah, Techland, I think, dropped the ball on this one again, and hopefully the winter event will be at least more fun to do than this one was. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Dying Light content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.